am live right now. So we've got another minute. I just thought I'd come on a little early. Seems it is. I think it looks good. It says we're 18 seconds in and we're live. So hi and welcome. This is that's my Mindful Monday updates. I'd fully planned today to be outside doing this because it is beautiful here. But then I sat down, I was eating my breakfast in here, I left the door open and somebody just snuck in he's my little bit of wisdom as well. Of course, I follow cat wisdom. So Angelo is joining us today. And I think that was my message, to stay inside and stay cool, because one of them in my lap to tell me to be inside. So it is the first of my Mindful Monday updates. So what I thought I would do, focus and intention for the week ahead, share with you some of what I've been learning about or tuning into, the collective energies, like as the nature that we're in, even a little bit about the astrological cycles, where we're at the moment, and to just give you some things to be mindful of this week. And so this is a video you can watch from anywhere. I'll have some specific themes to go through. Then I'm going to do a little bit of witching. You know, I like my animal cards. If you've been on any of my retreats, workshops, or even sometimes just online or in person socially, you'll know I love my power animal cards. So we'll be getting some inspiration from that. So I'm just going to invite you to make yourself comfortable, as I am too. I'm pretty comfortable. What about you, Angelo? Are you comfortable? You're going to say hello? Rolling on your back? This is Angelo, who is surely, I think, sent down from the heavens to come and bring a little bit of joy into my world. And so the theme and my intention for this month was to bring a bit of joy into your world, because joy is what a wonderful feeling it is to be joyful. And July is a very expansive, kind of joyful energy. We are working with the butterfly, and so the butterfly is going to be our kind of inspiration, our emblem, and it's about transformation. So we transfer using the joy in our heart and our creativity in our hips. This is what's kind of we're working with throughout July. So the themes this month, this week, let's say. So July is actually the most spiritually aligned month of this year of 2021. So what does that mean? It means that we're really tuned in and tapped into the energies. We're really conscious. You can maybe experience wonderful synchronicities. You've got very good intuition around us, and really to tap into these new energies and to be led from your heart, and I call it your heart and your inner goddess, to help, just like flopping around in here. So it's a very feminine but powerful energy we've got at the moment. It's a great time for embarking on new creative projects, and none that really come from a state of I really should do that, but one that comes from whatever your heart go, or any of the old structures. So you could be creating something that's absolutely brand new, because these are new times that we're in, brand new times. It's a time to colour outside the lines. So think of your, colouring book maybe you had when you were younger, and it was maybe painting by numbers. We're not painting by numbers. We're just like, doing our own spirals, doing our own thing, and dancing to the beat of our own drum. These are the times that we're in. So if you're a bit of a weird Aquarian, got that like quirkiness about you, you'll probably just be like thinking, yeah, I was like made for these times. It's like about finding your weird light and just expressing yourself as you are. So loving that July energy. So this creative fire, and this leads me into the second theme, is having that heat building up, literally that fire in you. So one thing that you need to be mindful of, so if there is a challenge this month, it may be too much fire energy. So Summer is the element of fire. It's heart opening as well. So it's fire element. It's very expansive, but we want the elements to be balanced. So what happens if you've got too much fire? You can get angry feelings. You can just feel a little, hot and flustered, and that agitated energy. But also, if you're like that for too long, you can burn out. So even if the fire can feel quite exciting, you'd like going from one social engagement to another, maybe at the moment, can feel very exciting. But if you keep going at that pace, you're going to burn out. So what do we balance fire with? Balance space as well. Space is always a great thing. Just reel it back in, temper that fire. Remember to rest as much as you need to. You need plenty of hydration and plenty of time just to go with the flow. So you're not too action orientated, but you've got time just to be, and just to be free to kind of go with the energy of the moment. And for that, you need space. I just give you an example. This weekend, I took the space of 2 days off consecutively, which has been a long time since I've done that, for a weekend. And in that space, there was so much magic. I say the magic happens in the space, but I took kind of the foot off the fire pedal, if you like, and I added in the water. I must have been doing like 3-4 swims a day, and I'm sure that helped that sort of go with the flow, and met some magical people, had experiences I wasn't expecting to have, and really had a joyous time just by going. However much water that you need in the sea, and if not, get an Epsom salts bath, just stay a cold shower, blast, legs up the wall, things like this will all help the water energy and just cool and temper that fire. Which is what the theme of this week and today specifically is, being mindful. So this is going to be useful in helping you with theme 1, and which is tuning into the spiritual energies at the moment, and theme 2, being mindful of the fire, because it all starts with being grounded and being very present. Now, the groundedness at the moment for me feels a little different. It's not very, very heavy sort of earth energy. We need the flow of the water. But the mindfulness is more, I would say, to embody the state of mind of a curious child. So staying open and curious and just going, oh, that's interesting, because things will be different than they were before. We're in different times. So just staying open and curious. And if you can, start to develop this state of childlike wonder. So it's like, whoa, I've never seen that before. Isn't that interesting? And I love to do this with nature, and I love to use my phrase, life is magic, is to look for the things in nature. I was in a museum the other day. I was looking at, it was a archaeological museum, but it was actually in situ, and it was wonderful. There was so much that was interesting there, but they had this kind of cabinet with a display screen on there, and I was looking at it. I mean, yes, I was very interested in what I was reading, but then I saw the light coming through, creating this like rainbow and almost crystal effect. I got mesmerized by it, and it was just a beautiful moment that stuck with me, and I knew it was coming from the light, just a light refracting down, but it looked like that bit of magic. So by looking for things in nature and around you, and it might just be little pussycat, just balancing on you, or you'll look at what your dog does when it wags its tail, and how it answers one of your commands, is looking at these things and just saying, wow, life is magic. Because it is a little bit magic, isn't it? And the magic's there when you look for it. So that's the kind of mindfulness state that we're in at the moment. And I get asked a lot about meditation. And so, and a lot of people say they find it hard just to meditate and think of nothing. And, we all, no matter how long you've been doing meditation, that is still very, very difficult, just to completely empty the mind. it's kind of like one of those, it's too big a step. And that's why in my movement practices, um, the meditation part is throughout the movement. So it's a moving meditation, and which is a Zen style of meditation, which is just a single focus, a single pointed focus on one thing, whether that's movement and just watching, where the hand goes. This morning we did a mudra like this to open the heart or balance the heart chakra, I should say. It can be just something like doing Sudoku, jigsaw puzzle. Some people will find it from a sport, and it just means that you're in that flow, you're in that moment. Your mind you're actually focused on what you're doing. So you can do this in any movement practice that you've got. Doesn't need just to be yoga. It could be walking. A mindful practice would be, say, just watching your feet. And Thich Nhat Hanh's got this lovely thing, which is walk as if your feet are kissing the earth. Isn't that lovely? It's kind of a bit magic, a bit childlike wonder, but also grounded. Into really sort of release tension and go mindful, and just maybe putting on a piece of music and just see what it evokes in my body, and then just watching those parts of the body and going, oh, look at that. And look how that moves when I do that. And when I do this, look how that spirals. And just this noticing. And I would invite you this week, in order, as part of your mindfulness practice, is to watch with curiosity something new in yourself. Observe something new, whether it's in a creative endeavor. Think of colouring outside the lines. So if you've just come across something for the first time, like this child, when you see children, we've just seen their first rainbow, like, whoa, like real life rainbow or something like that. We just see the cat doing on somebody's tailbone doing it while they're in down dog. Just like, wow, I've never seen that before. That would be for me how to kind of move through the energies of this week. Astrologically, what we've got this week. We've got a few planets, let's say, colliding. So watch out for a few conflicting energies. We've got no conflict here, have we? No, we haven't. So that's... and the advice there would be, and thank you for Teresa Soul from Intuit Soul. I get a lot of my information from an intuitive astrologer from Exeter. And she talks about, it might be... some of these conflicting energies might mean that you have to stand your ground a little bit. So you can still be open-hearted, but just standing your ground, being firm in who you are, should be helped by, as we lead into, it's a new moon in Cancer this weekend, which is all about home. So everything's going to feel nice when you're at home. But remember, home can be wherever you are. We've got two homes, we've got the planet, we've got our body. So it can just be embodying this state of being home. So staying grounded, staying in that place of safety. It's a great time for this, finding this safe space and being out in nature, and this sort of nesting energy. Can be somewhere else, going out in a cabin in the woods or going camping. It's a great time for that. And of course, being in nature is going to be wonderful for cleansing the soul, especially if you can get that sea swimming. I know that I'm very lucky to be here. We've got a really warm sea at the moment, but if you can get in the sea wherever you are, it's really good for cleansing any of those maybe difficult energies that could be coming at you that aren't yours. That sometimes happens, some projection happening. So it just helps you be able to stand in your own power, and also if you have absorbed anybody else's energies, just to cleanse it off you. So I'm going to finish on, so somebody's alarm going off, I'm going to finish on my animal cards and have a little shuffle. Yeah, I've got no idea what's going to come out. Oh, that one wanted to pop out there. So this is the links. Actually, I've known this for a while. So it says, look beyond immediate appearances, and it's about discernment. So I guess this could be what we were just talking about with the astrology there, looking beyond immediate appearances. Things might not be what they see, the links, and this sermon is kind of checking in with, oh, is this energy good for me or is it not? So, we are spiritually aligned at the moment. So I would say this is about tuning into your inner wisdom, tuning into, does this feel right for me or not? Let me see what else Links has got to say. Sometimes you can just have a look at the card and it can give you a clue. He looks a little bit sneaky, doesn't he? He's like wolf looking, but check out the eyes. It says to me, always look in the eyes. And then I just check in with my body. Sometimes it's a good thing to go, how's this feeling for me? Is this right for me right now? And see if it's a yes or see if it's a no. See what your body's saying. Tune into the body's whispers, not just on the mat. So yeah, it said you could be missing something by focusing on the outer appearance of a situation or person. That's the object of your inquiry. Yes, it says to use soft focus and tune into your intuition. So rather than just listening to what you may be being told directly, it could be tuning in how your body feels instead. When this is being said, you can usually tell whether something's true or not when you tune into your body. Your body is much has got much more wisdom than our minds. Our minds are maybe going and being told that, so they're going to take it on face value. Our bodies can distinguish and they can go, okay, let's just sit with that. Let's just feel what's going on. And then using a little bit of discernment to see, does my body say yes? Does my body say no? And then making a choice from there. So it says another way to develop this skill of discernment is to get away from the noise of your usual surroundings, somewhere out in nature, and getting very, very still for several minutes. For me, I was thinking camping there. I was thinking, it sounds just like, go camping. You get the space to be able to discern that. You tune into nature's heartbeat and resonance. You start to just become more kind of tuned in and be aware of the rhythms around you. And doing this regularly, it says, will sharpen your senses. So you'll be more apt to discern the deeper truths of any situation or person. So I think that what that says is, sometimes these fire energies, if we're too busy, then we can miss the nuances. We can miss out on that bigger picture. Our intuition, we're kind of on autopilot, mindless. We're not as tuned in and tapped into like our intuition, which always guides us as to what's right for us or what the truth might be in any given situation. So by taking that space out in nature, and it suggests in the book, just for a few minutes can help you just tune in so that you're not reacting and just or maybe taking things at face value, but you're stepping back and you're tuning into your body, and then you're responding from maybe a more mindful place. So I really hope you've enjoyed this. That's First Mindful Monday. I think Angelo has. I think he's like the best yogi in the world. He's just so floppy. So I am sending you lots of love this week. I look forward to seeing you on any classes. It's not too late if you've not signed up. Always need to be on the first. You can sign up at any point. Contact me for any sort of half packages, anything like Oops, excuse me. My cue to finish, I think. Any a trial class or to just do a week sometime, just drop me a line, and I'd love to see you and have you in class. And so your stream will be stopped immediately.